Good morning. So, I've been listening to Wasfia Nazarene on one of my favorite podcasts, Rich Roll, and gaining so much insight and wisdom after what was I had a really tough day yesterday. Had some events happen over the weekend that were disappointing for myself and my kids. And this podcast today, her words, her wisdom, her love, and truth are so inspiring to help me process what my kids and I went through with some disappointment from, being attached to a particular thing we wanted to do. And but it was deeper than that. There was more than just not getting to do what we did. There were some other things that came into play. They were not just disappointing for us, but made our hearts hurt for some other people that were going through something very sad. So not to speak to that specifically, but to speak to the idea of, the three things that come to mind are humility, patience, and gratitude, and understanding in retrospect. Because when we're going through things, our goal is to have patience, and it's not always possible. Wasfia speaks to that in the podcast with Rich Roll. It's the most recent Rich Roll podcast. I highly recommend you check it out. It's posted, I'll be posting it on my Instagram. By the time you see this, it might already be posted. I don't know. But regardless, when you go through trials, and she speaks to this, her teachers and, in general, many spiritual practices talk about this idea that if you're not having a trial, then you're not learning, right? So it's a pretty simple concept. So being grateful for and having patience with situations that feel really tough when you're going through them. So that to me is one of the most important lessons. Yesterday was so hard. It really was. It was one of those days where I lost sight of gratitude. Not entirely. There were moments where, my reminder was there of be grateful for what you have, be grateful what you have. But I still allowed myself in the pain of the things that I was attached to, essentially. And I did have some patience, and I had major gratitude for my teachers, my friends, the people in my life. I was able to immediately at 6 a.m. tap into a friend who said, yes, call me now. And I was able to talk to her. And then I was able to go ahead and talk to another friend about, hello, have a good ride. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning.
It's amazing.
Yeah, good temperature. So that gratitude and processing things that are uncomfortable. Have a good ride. Are pretty much one of the most important parts of our journey, right? It's not comfortable to experience certain things, and I think that's good, right? If we're not experiencing that discomfort, then we might miss the wisdom and the lesson that experience is here to teach us. So, as I'm watching this podcast, I was listening to it last night on the way home, and then got to watch some of it this morning, early morning, because my body loves waking up early. just being reminded by this teacher that came into my life randomly via the podcast world, that really the most important thing is gratitude. She speaks of gratitude. She also speaks of that humility that we have to have towards the mother, right? The earth. I love how she talks about, I've heard other teachers speak to this too, that, oh, we're going to save Mother Earth, which is hilarious, because really it's about us looking inside and working on ourselves, because this earth, she knows what she's doing far more vastly than each of us do. And in order for us to get into that circadian rhythm with her, we have to do our inner work. And we must elevate to a space that encourages gratitude, patience, humility. There's so many. Courage, discipline, a level of confidence that allows humility to be at the forefront, if that makes any sense to you. It does to me. Confidence is beautiful until humility is absent. Confidence is beautiful until humility is absent. I don't know if I've heard a teacher say that, probably. It just came up in my heart right now. But confidence is incredibly amazing if you can and do access your humility. Because, just think about it in your life. Who are your favorite people? Do they embody humility? Are they humble and kind and open to you? Or are they like bragging and constantly impressed by themselves? And, think of the people in your life that don't know how to apologize. They're probably incredibly confident and lacking a large amount of humility. I'll tell you this, that yesterday I was feeling very humble and not confident, feeling shame around things that I didn't accomplish that I meant to. Was able to apologize for a specific thing that I was supposed to accomplish last week on Thursday and still didn't get it done over the weekend, and I sincerely felt terrible about it. And really, I feel like I don't want to beat this into the ground, although I do really want to stress the idea that anyone who's coming to this video or to this channel to hear something, if you hear nothing else but this, journal about and embrace your humility, your patience, and gratitude. No matter what you're walking through, your car breaks down when you're rushing to work. Look at it as an opportunity to slow down. I remember that happened when I was needing to pick up my kids from an event, and I stopped and I was breathing. Okay, so my transmission died. And I was on the side of the road getting ready to go do two things and then pick up my kids from, gymnastics or something. And I began to panic, and I heard something that said, calm down, everything works out. You have resources. And I texted a friend who came right away, and then it just so happened another friend, and I forget how it happened, but it was very serendipitous, but another friend happened to be dropping their dog off less than 2 minutes away, and was like, yeah, I'll come pick you up. You can borrow my mom's car. She's not using it, and you can use the car until your car is fixed. And it literally happened in under 15 minutes. But it came once I regulated my nervous system and took those deep breaths and trusted that I'm held. And a friend yesterday, so early morning, my friend helped me through this issue. And then shortly thereafter, I sought out a second friend who just happened to be in town, passing through for a short time. Was like, hey, meet me at the coffee shop. So that was yesterday morning, what I would consider like a pretty yucky morning for me. And I was able to tap into his love and wisdom and kindness. And we tapped into each other's energy, and he was able to help me through. And that divine timing came when I decided to breathe, even though I was stepping through pain. And just listening to the Ritual podcast this morning, and her talking about, not even like very humbly talking about the mother carrying her through her journey and how she didn't conquer the mountain. I forget the phrase, go back and watch it, but she says something much more eloquent than, many people say they conquered Everest or they conquered the mountain. And she recognizes that humans don't conquer mountains. The mountain may gracefully help them make it to the top. But, anyway, humility, patience, and gratitude. I'm so grateful for each of you. I am in love with this life, with this process, with this journey. I'm excited because I'm going to hike Mount Princeton on Saturday if the weather goes well. I'm going to ask permission from the mountain now that I've seen this podcast. I'm going to say prayers and meditate to this particular mountain and ask permission. And I'm really grateful for the friend who's invited me to go with her. And to each of you, I'm grateful, completely overwhelmingly grateful for your love and support, even though right now I am just like shooting in the dark with these posts and using my iPhone, no professional studio, just starting grassroots style. Please comment, message me. However it works on YouTube, I don't even really know yet. Like, comment, subscribe. That's what my 8-year-old told me to say. That would be a big help if you have 30 seconds to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends if you liked it. That'll really help me. I'd love to get to 50 followers. That's my first step in this journey, so that I can start doing lives and we can start connecting more. I offer one-on-one intuitive readings, which is essentially just me being a conduit for your higher self, your highest teacher within, because we all have it, and teaching you, hopefully, to not need me so that your intuitive muscle can become stronger and you can start listening to what it is you need in your life to shine as brightly as you're meant to shine in this lifetime. All right, sending you love, light, and energy. Satnam.